Howdy folks, welcome back. You were just listening to Power Glove Transformers.
So, with all that being said, this is the weekly turning Phantom Show being broadcast here in CKMS, Sound FM 1.3 on the FM dial. And basically through our break here, we decided we're going to talk about next, and we're going to talk about some gaming stuff. So, 2.0, what do we have for gaming stuff, man?
For gaming stuff, what do we have? We have Metal Gear Solid recently made, the director of it.
Yep.
Has come forth and said that he's aiming to have fewer cutscenes. This is a huge bit of news here.
Really?
This is huge because with the last Metal Gear Solid, more than half the game was cutscenes.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird, man.
Very weird. Now, this is a very interesting thing. The director goes and says that he wants to have very, very short cutscenes into more gameplay and have the transition be completely seamless.
Really? Well, that's kind of interesting.
And this is it's also another departure in that they're going from the standard here's your mission, go and do this, and they're going to more of an open world event. Like, you have to go from this point to that point, but everything's happening in real time. So it's an interesting transition. Another little bit of news coming from the exact same director. He has decided the company's moved their studio over to LA.
Really?
Yes, to make a possible transition.
Kitchen not good enough for them?
I don't know. He's making the transition to possibly move it to a multimedia platforms. So this is kind of hinting towards a Metal Gear Solid movie.
I see.
So, that could be quite amazing. In other news for gaming, we've got Mighty 9.
Mighty 9.
Mighty 9.
What is a Mighty 9?
Mighty 9. What it is one of the developers of the Mega Man series.
All right.
Has split off.
Really?
Because no new Mega Man games are being made. No one wants to jump into that again, right?
Dig it.
He's gone up to Kickstarter and said, "Hi,
hello.
I want to do this. I want to make another Mega Man game, but unfortunately, I don't have the rights to call it Mega Man. So I'm going to call it Mighty 9.
Sounds pretty good.
Why not?
I can't wait for the lawsuit to commence.
Well, he's going to have it in the same kind of genre. He's going to have it as similar as he possibly can without crossing the boundaries. But the thing is, he's just a lowly programmer. How's he going to do it? He's gone to Kickstarter and said...
He's a lowly programmer in a lonely world.
Yeah, pretty much. He's gone up to Kickstarter and said, hey, if I can get some money, I can start putting together a team. Within a couple of days, he has over $3 million.
Oh, screw him!
He's over $3 million.
I'd like to get $3 million for the weekly turning Phantom Show. We could buy better equipment. We could basically tour all the conventions in class, and we could probably buy some interviews from that guy called Adam West, perhaps.
Adam West, yeah. But yeah, that's essentially people are just throwing money at him. The company that had been Capcom that had been putting out these Mega Man games, they're literally kicking themselves for not coming out with another Mega Man game.
And of course, every other super hardcore video gamer on the planet is going, we want more Mega Man games! Of course, Capcom's going, no for you!
Oh yeah, entirely.
Yeah.
And I mean, come on, Mega Man's now showing up in the next Super Smash Brothers. It's really? Okay.
Yeah, personally myself, I've never been a huge Mega Man fan, but however, there's a lot of people out there that definitely are. And the way I look at it is that Capcom has obviously missed the boat on this because they lost one of their programmers to make this fantastic game. And I think it's going to be a huge blow to Capcom because now they're going to struggle to catch up. But however, the funny thing about the future that it's not quite written yet. It'd be very interesting to see exactly how this all plays out overall.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So anyways, let's do a seamless transition into our next segment, which is comic book stuff. And basically start off here with some comic book movie news. Are you familiar with this Marvel Phase 3 that's coming out?
phase 3. Aren't they on phase 2?
They're on phase 2, but they're talking about phase 3 already.
Oh, they're talking about
as example,
phase.
their
Okay.
main launch for phase 3 is going to be Ant-Man. And last time we talked about this on the show, it moved from a summer release to a November release because I didn't think it was strong enough to actually capture the whole summer audience. Whatever, more recent news is like an ex-girlfriend. They moved it back to the summer of 2025, so basically 2 years from now.
So now they're starting to have some faith in it.
Yep, for sure. So it'll be very interesting how that turns out, if you know what I mean. And also on top of that, one of the few things we talked about in the show on and off is basically Gary Freelance's lawsuit versus Marvel comic books over the rights for Ghost Rider. Because what Marvel did, which was kind of interesting, they said, well, you know, a lot of our actual main titles wasn't written by one person, Stanley Jack Kirby, and it was more like a mix of everyone who got involved with Marvel comic books, still had to pay them royalties, and you know, stuff like that. But however, Ghost Rider was a whole different ball of wax, and it originally came from Gary. And Gary took both Disney and also Marvel to court. Because basically making not one but 2 movies, plus video games and stuff like that, he didn't see a dime. Of course, Marvel's been saying for the longest time, oh, he doesn't have the copyrights to Ghost Rider, that's our property, whoa, 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 whoa. But long story short, folks.
Long story short.
Marvel and Gary have settled out of court. So Gary's getting his...
his garbage truck is showing up?
His garbage truck of full money is showing up. Hopefully he can keep the garbage truck, so it just gives me another job, if you know what I mean. So that's all pretty interesting stuff. Plus, on top of that, in some not so happy news.
Oh no.
Are you familiar with a little publishing company called DC Comics?
DC Comics? Oh no.
Oh yes. So basically they think over at DC that bad PR is great PR, you know what I mean? So one of the few things that's popped up on my little radar and stuff here is that the editor team of Batwoman, have walked off the comic. The reason being is that the publishers at DC will not allow Batwoman to marry her partner, and Batwoman is a gay character.
Yeah,
so that's on the foreground, and that's very interesting. Especially since we're living in the future of 2013. By the way, hold on to your sales receipt because it's non-refundable. The thing is that the editor team just decided to say, you know what, we're done. Screw you. You can't play this way. We're leaving. So they packed us up and they walked off the book.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yep, completely, and this is what they're going for. And also some more bad news over at DC, which is quite interesting because this is basically feeding into some internet stuff I'm going to talk about last little while, that DC really doesn't care about the female characters, especially one of the few things we talked about in the show was basically Catwoman getting a bullet in the head, but we found out it wasn't really Catwoman, was actually Martian Manhunter disguising himself as Catwoman, leaving us with our WTF moment for that month. But however, to move forward there, DC is having this drawing contest of Harley Quinn. Basically, the winner of the drawing contest gets to move on to help out flush out another title of theirs. But however, here comes the funny part with Harley Quinn. First step number 1 here. I'm gonna take out my sunglasses so I can read this properly. Is the first panel people have to draw is basically Harley Quinn being struck by lightning, which is very interesting. The second thing, and it gets better from there. The second one is basically Harley Quinn wearing a bikini made from chickens and trying to be eaten by alligators, which is also interesting. But however, it gets a little bit better. Plus, on top of that, the third panel people have to draw is basically Harley Quinn being attempted being eaten by a whale. So, if that isn't shocking, hold on, there's more. There's a fourth panel that they draw.
But wait, there's more.
There's more, and the drawer actually comes up. The fourth panel is basically Harley Quinn sitting naked in a bathtub with a whole bunch of cooking appliances around her, and basically pretending that she's in the process of actually getting herself electrocuted. This is a drawing contest that DC's putting together right now, folks, and it's very interesting because they're not really getting a lot of positive feedback from this.
No, obviously. Okay, there's this lovely Facebook page.
Yeah.
It's called How Many Days Since DC Comics. It's essentially how many days since DC's last PR mistake.
Oh yeah.
I constantly go and check this out, and usually it's 1 day, or 2 days. It hasn't
2
got
whole days, no
2
PR
whole days,
mistakes.
no PR mistakes. This is ridiculous. Like, seriously. First with Batwoman, like Batwoman. I'm beside myself here.
Yeah.
Come on, the whole thing with Batman or Batwoman. I was essentially introduced to the character through the original 52.
Yeah.
Not the new 52.
You mean the original DCU comic line?
The original DCU comic line.
Yeah.
I was introduced to that, and then I met Batwoman, and I'm like, this character is amazing. Please don't change a thing about this character. And that, I can totally see that in the progression of the character. Why would you stop that?
Well, one of the biggest things I noticed about the whole 52 line, and the funny thing I thought was me for a while, but it really wasn't, is that they basically rebooted the 52 line to have a more consistency with the actual storyline, their characters, and everything else like that. But what's going on right now is you have creators left, right, and center quitting, walking away from DC. You have DC actually canceling books because they can't keep up to what's going on. Plus, on top of that, you have DC making more and more mistakes and more continuity errors. Like, a best example has to be the Trinity War that's actually taking place right now. There's a really, really kind of funny ha-ha scenario between Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. And it basically runs like this: after when Superman loses his powers because basically his heat ray basically came out of his eyeballs and started frying people, they decided to put him in a government facility lockdown. Well, the funny thing about the government facility lockdown is that there's going to be like video cameras and microphones all over the place and stuff like that. Well, the funny thing is that both Batman and Superman and Woman start talking about their secret identities in the middle of a maximum government facility.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Huh. So, well...
Yep, exactly. Oops! We made a mistake there, folks! Who knew? So it looks like DC's making more and more mistakes all the time here. They're going through more and more PR problems, and the thing is that, I don't know, do we think we should tell our weekly trading fandom people not to buy DC comic books until they allow Batwoman to actually marry her partner? That'd be a very interesting thing to take.
I would, at this point, I would actually say, I would say
tell people to save their money.
Save your money.
Yeah. Push Dark Horse up a little bit.
When in doubt, there's Dark Horse. There's this.
There's a whole slew of other fantastic comic book people.
There's this other comic book company. It goes by the name of Marvel.
Oh well, we won't talk about Marvel. But
I'm sure they've got their own.
Marvel makes mistakes. DC makes bigger mistakes. But however, the way I look at it is that again, this whole Batwoman is very interesting. But however, one of the few things I'd like to actually find out here is that let's talk a little bit more of this on the Weekly Trading Fandom page, which is basically www.wtfshow.com/Facebook, and hopefully we can get more people engaged with this. And at the same time here, we're not going to say let's boycott DC altogether. Let's give them the space to make one more mistake, and then from there we'll campaign forward saying, "Hey DC, screw you!"
So as I said, look up this page on Facebook. See when the next disaster by DC happens.
And we'll keep people in tune in our actual Facebook group again, and basically that is www.wtfshow.com/Facebook, and we'll put all the articles that we're talking about here on that as well. And also, speaking of Facebook as well, there's a really crappy cartoon out there called Teen Titans Go.
Oh,
which I hate. Oh. I'm not a big fan of it, but however, the funny thing is that at the end of that episode, they showed Robin as an android and 4 characters in the background. And I had a little quick contest there to actually see who actually could name the 4 characters. And the funny thing is, many people stepped up. A lot of people failed horribly, but they tried, which is awesome. And Dustin Kramer actually won the prize, which is going to be a $10 gift certificate at Far Out Flicks. So the thing is, we're going to get a hold of Mr. Kramer, tell him that he won a little contest, and also on top of that, please pay attention to the Weekly Trading Fandom page. We're going to have more contests that come out with the blue, and we're going to do a whole bunch of cool stuff in between as well. So again, the address for our Facebook page is www.wtfshow.com/Facebook. And also at the point in time, I'd like to take a small little advantage of our airtime is saying, hey, look, we're looking for more social media people to help us to engage in our social media outlets, which is basically a combination of Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, and also Pennant, which is something new I sort of found.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in working with us, we'd like to actually get you involved in our WTF crew, and there'll be more openings like this in the near future. So things, if you're interested, let us know, because we're going to always use the help. We're looking for basically a 4-month commitment. Please keep in mind this is a volunteer position, but it does come with a letter of reference, and one of the few things we're trying to do here at the Weekly Trading Fandom Show is generate opportunity. So with that being said, let's take a another quick break here, and we'll come back the last 15 minutes of the show, and we'll take it from there. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Awesome. Let's do it.